Welcome to the Professional Edge. My name's Todd, tax attorney, certified financial planner. And when you decide or you're making that decision on who to work with your investment planning, well, you got to decide. Are you going to work with a registered investment advisor? Are you going to work with a stockbroker? What about an insurance agent, or even just do it yourself? So when we look at what a registered investment advisor is, they have a fiduciary duty to act in the client's best interest. Stockbroker only has to provide suitable recommendations. And insurance agents, well, again, probably a suitable recommendation, and they solve a lot of your financial concerns with insurance products. I'm not sure that makes the most financial sense, being an insurance agent as well. So again, you need to understand, deciding to work with a registered investment advisor, what level of planning are they actually doing for you? Are they just managing your portfolio, or are they adding additional value to the client relationship? As a registered investment advisor, a tax attorney, certified financial planner, and CPA, the added value that we do at estate management counselors is, are you actually holding the right investments in the right account? Now let's think about this real quick. If you're receiving dividend as interest income, tax season's upon us, you're going to get a 1099, which basically discloses your dividends, your interest, your qualified dividends, some Section 199A adjustments, some municipal bond interest income. So again, if you're not spending this money, does it make financial sense, overall financial sense, that you're paying tax on money you're not spending? So again, you get your 1099, and if you're you think you're overpaying in taxes, that might be a wake-up call on who is actually helping you plan your taxes and also plan your finances. And again, think of the professional athlete, the golfers. They all have coaches. They're the top in the world at what they do, but they all have coaches to assist them to get that other perspective. So again, as a registered investment advisor, we're coaching our clients to make prudent financial decisions for that safe and secure retirement, and also for their estate planning. Being a licensed tax attorney, we've completed over 2,000 estate plans. Then we also coordinate the financial side with the estate planning side. So how do we actually do that? Well, on investments that have appreciated greatly in value, is that actually going to have a tax strategy implemented when the person passes away? Well, we try to our best ability move things around to make sure that we capitalize on the benefits of passing away. Yes, it sounds crazy, but there are benefits to passing away for the survivors. We all know we're not going to make it out of this alive. We've not discovered the fountain of youth. So that's another thing that, just besides managing the portfolio, that we add to client relationships. And again, to explore that, give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. So what do we need to do? Well, what we can do is, should the parent, if they're getting ready to pass away, or they're okay financially, what assets do they want to give down to their kids now? Well, it does matter, because when you make a gift, then the donor transfers to the donee the adjusted basis and what they have in that property. So if Bill bought stock for $10 and now it's worth $100, and he gives that stock down to his son sells it for $100, well, guess what? Son has to pay tax on that $90 of gain. So think about that for a second. What property are you giving away to your children? Does it make financial sense? Well, in that case, it depends on what Bill's son is going to actually do with that gifted stock that's highly appreciated. But if we pass some different assets over to the son that doesn't have such a large gain, then the son is going to be able to sell that, not pay a large capital gain on that, and have more actual spendable transfer of wealth. So would it make sense to keep that in the estate of the owner of the stock? Well, probably underneath estate planning tax laws right now, it would make absolute prudent sense. Because when the person passes away with that $10 stock they bought, which is now worth $100 when they die, then the recipient, the beneficiary, receives that, and now the new basis is $100. It gets a step up to basis fair market value date of death. So now the beneficiary could sell that $100 of stock and pay zero capital gains. So again, it's the combination of being a tax attorney, a CPA, and certified financial planner. It's not just the investment management. It is the overall planning concept that we help clients with. So again, when you're deciding to work with a registered investment advisor, number one, you probably need to ask them, how are you compensated? Number two, are you licensed to give me tax advice? Number three, is this going to be coordinated with my estate plan? And a lot of individuals will just start looking at you and just say, no, we don't do that. We do investment management. Or no, I'm not licensed as a tax advisor. I'm not a licensed CPA. You can go to your regular CPA for that. But you and I both know that CPAs and the tax attorneys that do your estate planning and your stockbroker, they say they're going to coordinate things, but they actually don't. So again, that's another thing in deciding to work with a registered investment advisor or an investment advisor. What are they actually going to do for you? And again, how are they compensated? Are they compensated on what they sell you, meaning high commissions, or are they underneath a fee basis and therefore they don't have anything to sell you except for counsel and advice? That's what I would want. I would want somebody providing me alternatives, counsel, advice, not trying to sell me anything. So again, at estate management counselors, it's the new year. You want to get your estate plan done. You want to get those old 401ks consolidated into a managed investment portfolio. You've not done any reviews. We all know that Tesla stock, Apple stock, some of these large winners are maybe over emphasized in your portfolio. And therefore, you may have this undue risk and undue exposure to these certain stocks that are within the portfolio. Or you may have a mutual fund that has a significant concentration in these specific stocks that have done very well. And it's time to rebalance that portfolio. And again, in deciding to work with someone to help you with your investments, your estate planning, your tax planning, how proactive are they in making these recommendations? And that's where you've got to have this review to where it's okay to sell some of your winners and it's okay to get rid of your losers. So that's this ongoing process of management going through. And we all know that inside inside an IRA, we can adjust the portfolio and have no capital gains exposure. But when we distribute that out, then we're going to have ordinary income. So the income generation is okay to be in the RI or in the IRA. Wow, tongue-tied. So what other investments are you having outside in your after-tax brokerage account? Does it make sense? Your mix, your investment allocation. And again, is this going to be enough as we get closer to that retirement? What are we doing to make sure we're on track? Should you be putting money in your 401k past the point of the match? Well, it depends. Depends on your circumstances. So again, deciding to work with an RIA, you are hopefully not giving up control, because RIAs work different, stockbrokers work different. But I recommend that you always stay in touch with what your money's doing. And again, the recommendation should probably come out to you in writing, and therefore they're reviewed, and that way you're part of the process and not just handing over the portfolio to an independent third party and let them do as they please based on their own decisions. I think that is a recipe for disaster and disappointment. So again, you can give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. Being the start of the new year, a lot of individuals say, hey, you know what? COVID's around. We need to get our estate plan in place because we've seen very healthy individuals contract this nasty virus and they pass away. They can't beat it. So if your estate plan is not done and you have old 401ks or IRAs at different brokerage firms and it's just a mishmash, and you know who I'm talking to, then you just look and say, you know what, it's time. It's time to get things organized. It's time to get things in order. And therefore, to put your estate plan in order, do your financial advisory and then your tax planning, please visit EMC. That's Echo Mary Charlie, thebundle.com. That is Echo Mary Charlie, thebundle.com. So deciding to work with an RIA, registered investment advisor. Again, we've talked about this. The registered investment advisor under law has a fiduciary duty to act in the client's best interest. Stockbroker only has to provide suitable recommendations, and insurance agents turn financial advisors. They solve the problems with what they are licensed to sell, and that is mainly insurance or annuities. And again, I've talked about annuities here on the Professional Edge. They are a tool for the planning process. One of the good things is that annuity protects the principal, especially on a fixed annuity. The principal is guaranteed based on the claims paying ability of the insurance agent or the insurance company. So that might be a tool that makes financial sense as well. Don't know. Variable annuities, the balance fluctuates in value, just like the stock market. So they're tied to the performance of underlying equity investments. If you have a fixed index annuity, then the principal is protected. If you're credited some interest based on the performance of an index, then that too is also protected based on the claims paying ability of the insurance company. So again, understanding these different financial tools, these different financial planning opportunities, that is something you need to consider when you're thinking about working with a registered investment advisor. Again, it's your money, it's your decisions on who you decide to work with. Again, there's value added in working with professionals. Think about the very wealthy individuals. They all have attorneys, they all have CPAs, and they all have advisors with regard to their portfolio. So again, if they didn't add value, they're probably not going to be employed. So again, make that consideration. My name's Todd, tax attorney, CPA, certified financial planner, host of the Professional Edge, and do check out emcthebundle.com. That is EMC, Echo Mary Charlie, thebundle.com. Thanks for listening. We have more coming up on the Professional Edge in later weeks.
With today's financial markets, are you getting the personal and professional attention you and your money deserve? Clients of estate management counselors benefit from having one set of professionals advise them on their tax, estate planning, and investment advice. We call that the Professional Edge. Todd is a tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. With over 15 years' experience, he welcomes the opportunity to assist you in preparing for retirement, implement effective tax planning strategies, and to help you properly plan your estate. His radio show, The Professional Edge, is aired weekly on Sundays at 9 a.m. If you're interested in meeting with call his office at 877-654-9798. That's 877-654-9798. Do you want to feel more confident about making the right investment, tax, and estate planning decisions? Today, these decisions are more complex than ever. Have you thought about working with a professional advisor and not sure who to turn to? Not sure what qualifies one to be an advisor? Todd is more than qualified as a tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. is with Estate Management Counselors. Estate Management Counselors operates as an independent fee-only investment advisory firm. They're dedicated to gaining a personal understanding of their clients' objectives and implementing professional counsel and advice to achieve those objectives. So take a second to talk with Todd to learn how you can benefit from their multidisciplinary practice where they coordinate their clients' legal, tax, and investment strategies into one comprehensive and integrated plan to enhance and protect their clients' financial security. You can reach estate management counselors and speak with Todd by calling 1-877-654-9798. That's 1-877-654-9798.